Meghan Markle posted a bizarre video on her social media yesterday, which sent several people into absolute meltdown.
Meghan Markle is facing serious backlash after sharing a viral video that left many people angry and upset. What she likely thought was a bold or fun move quickly turned into a PR nightmare. Social media is buzzing, critics are speaking out, and fans are divided. Did Meghan go too far this time? Meghan Markle. Instagram video causes controversy and chaos.
Hey guys, so this is really random. You're not going to believe, if you haven't seen it already, what has just dropped on social media. I've had to run out to the garden.
Suddenly, Meghan Markle posted an unexpected video on Instagram. The clip showed her dancing to old-school rap and hip-hop music without any caption or explanation. People assumed the video was recorded around 4 years ago when she was pregnant. Meghan appeared to be trying to showcase her playful side in the video. She seemed to be aiming for a lighthearted, cool mom vibe. Perhaps she wanted to be seen as spontaneous, fun, relatable, or confident.
Baby mama, this shot been pregnant for way too long. I tell the DJ turn it off.
However, the response to the video was not what she had likely hoped for. The video made a lot of people feel uneasy instead of being charming. It seemed awkward and did not have the impact Meghan was hoping for. If someone else had posted a similar video, it may have not received much attention and would have been forgotten. However, Meghan Markle is a well-known public figure whose every action is closely scrutinized, particularly as she tries to change how she is perceived in the media. As soon as the video was posted, it quickly gained a lot of attention and spread rapidly. The video quickly spread on various social media platforms like Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, and others. But instead of receiving positive feedback, it was met with confusion and laughter.
But you guys, when I first saw the delivery room dancing video, I was mortified. I was in so much shock.
Memes mocking the awkwardness and weirdness of the video began circulating, turning what was meant to be a fun or bold move into a subject of ridicule. Overall, the internet's reaction was not favorable. But the negative response on the internet wasn't the main issue. The real problem occurred privately. The brief video clip caused significant trouble for Netflix. Despite this, Meghan still has a contract with Netflix, which involves a docuseries named With Love, Meghan. The show was intended to focus on important topics like parenting, self-improvement, and identity. Therefore, when she posted a video of herself dancing to hip-hop music while pregnant, it didn't align with the reputation Netflix was trying to establish.
Or absolutely roasted by someone, but let's break this down properly because this whole mess is way more than just a cringy video.
Executives at Netflix were angry. They were upset. Some of the high-ranking individuals at the company, like Greg Peters, who had initially backed Meghan having creative freedom, were very worried. They thought the video was irresponsible and not in line with the company's image. To them, it wasn't just an ordinary Instagram post. Meghan is a public figure who is working with Netflix, and her actions reflect on the company. In this context, the video created a major issue. After the post went online and began to attract attention, Netflix quickly took action. There were emails being sent back and forth, phone calls being made, and by the end of the day, Meghan was ordered to remove the video. It wasn't a polite request or a gentle suggestion. They explicitly told her to delete it. However, things shifted unexpectedly when Meghan declined. She refused to take it down. She explained that the video was her way of expressing herself and standing up against the criticism she had faced for years. She believed the video was empowering. Perhaps she wanted to show confidence and independence. However, not deleting the video put her in a difficult position. It is fine to post something controversial, but going against the company you work for, especially a big one like Netflix, is risky. Netflix was not happy with her actions. Reports suggest that the company warned her for the last time. If she made another error like this, her contract would not be renewed, and they may cancel ongoing projects. And that's exactly what happened. The first setback occurred swiftly. Meghan had been making plans for a comprehensive online marketing campaign for With Love Meghan. She was getting ready to launch Instagram Q and As, behind-the-scenes footage, interviews, and more. However, Netflix put an end to it all. They prohibited her from posting anything and halted the entire promotional strategy. Her experience in media and creativity. During the hot summer of 2019, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were thinking about new opportunities before they revealed their decision to step back from their royal duties. They were having conversations with Jeffrey Katzenberg, the creator of Quibi, a streaming service for short videos. They were considering being involved in the project, not for money, but to share their creativity. Ultimately, they decided against it after much consideration. In September 2019, Meghan and Harry chose to collaborate with a popular public relations company in New York named Sunshine Sachs to handle their public image and events until 2022. At the same time, they became associated with Plus Capital, a company managed by Adam Lilling, which connects new businesses with influencers and investors. This showed Meghan and Harry's increasing interest in meaningful and ethical projects. Their career growth continued as they signed with the Harry Walker Agency in June 2020. This agency is well known for arranging speaking engagements for famous people. By teaming up with them, Meghan and Harry started preparing for paid speaking events. They were now officially venturing into the world of business and media with specific goals in mind. Let's look into the problems that emerged from her video. When the spotlight fades, tension was building at Netflix, with Meghan Markle playing a major role in the drama. Initially, the partnership seemed positive, with Meghan bringing attention and excitement. However, problems started to emerge as the initial excitement faded. Other executives on the board, aside from Greg Peters, began expressing their concerns. Some board members who had initially backed Meghan's involvement were now sharing their own frustrations. Those who had once believed in her vision were beginning to doubt their decision. Within Netflix, there were whispers that her presence could be more detrimental than beneficial. According to reports, a senior executive even suggested that she was becoming a liability rather than an asset. A sense of dissatisfaction started to make its way around the Netflix offices quietly. It wasn't just about one show or video anymore. Doubts were creeping in about everything related to her reputation, her impact, and her brand in general. Ted Sarandos, who had tried to remain neutral in the midst of the controversy, found himself getting involved. Meghan had reportedly contacted him directly, asking for his support to improve her position within the company. However, even he appeared hesitant to support her this time. Netflix was trying to fix things in secret. They didn't talk about it publicly, but things were changing. People inside the company could tell something was up. Emails stopped coming as often. Meetings got canceled or rescheduled out of the blue. Talks about working with Meghan and Prince Harry were paused. They didn't make a big announcement, just kept quiet. The marketing team also received subtle instructions. Meghan's name, previously featured prominently in advertising, was now being minimized. She was no longer the main focus of promotions. The atmosphere had noticeably shifted. What was once a major asset had now turned into a liability. Her affiliation was no longer beneficial. It was becoming damaging. This distancing wasn't happening unnoticed. Hollywood was aware of it. Agents, producers, and other industry professionals were keeping a close eye on the situation. News spread quickly. A talent agency cautioned its team to be cautious about taking on projects that could cause controversy. The message was clear. It was best to steer clear of working with Meghan for the time being. Netflix and Hollywood were distancing themselves, but Meghan was not staying quiet. Those around her mentioned that she felt very hurt. She was puzzled by the negative reaction to her video. Meghan saw the video as a simple display of happiness and independence. According to her, the backlash was unjust and an attempt to suppress her. She viewed it as another instance of being criticized for being authentic. However, the truth is more complicated. In the entertainment industry, the circumstances are important. When you are affiliated with a major company such as Netflix, your reputation is intertwined with their business. Even minor actions like a post on social media can have consequences. Fallen from grace due to brand crises. When the video spread online, it became widely popular. Meghan Markle's surprising post was not only widely shared, but also analyzed by various TV shows, gossip websites, influencers, and social media users. Some people tried to support it by saying it was unique or artistic. However, most people were not convinced. The general response was that Meghan had acted spontaneously once again. This time, it seemed like it might negatively impact her reputation. The video wasn't the most surprising thing online, but it grew into something more significant. It symbolized a larger issue, the struggle between being a carefree celebrity and honoring business agreements. Meghan was still contracted with Netflix, at least on paper. However, her recent actions didn't align with the studio's expectations. Instead, she was acting based on feelings, impulses, and a desire for attention. Netflix and similar studios prefer reliability over uncertainty. They want talent that can follow the plan without causing any surprises. Meghan did not match this expectation, leading to discreet legal discussions behind the scenes. There were no dramatic lawsuits, but concerns arose about her adherence to the agreed image guidelines. It seemed like things were slowly falling apart. Meanwhile, her team was working hard to improve the situation. There were some who believed they could make something positive out of the chaos. There was talk of Meghan possibly starting her platform where she could express herself freely without corporate influence. However, the idea was not well defined and lacked support from investors. Investors prefer stable and predictable ventures, but Meghan's behavior was seen as erratic. It's quite ironic that if Meghan had simply removed the video when requested, it may not have caused such a huge controversy. However, she chose to refuse and keep the video up. This single decision escalated a minor problem into a major public disaster.
I've heard that you're a twerking expert. Can you confirm or deny?
Sorry to disappoint.
Over time, the video transformed from just a bad moment to a cause of amusement. Comedians started imitating it, parody accounts mocked it, and TikTok users created content based on it. While the internet found it funny, Meghan was left out of the joke. Out of nowhere, people stopped discussing Meghan's work as an activist or filmmaker, and instead, everyone was fixated on a strange video. This caused a sudden change in Meghan's reputation. The attention surrounding the video caused her inner circle to distance themselves. Celebrities who previously supported her backed away quietly, and some publicists avoided getting involved. Nobody wanted to be tangled up in the drama. A few of her close acquaintances advised her to take a break and reconsider her actions, but Meghan seemed uninterested. She felt like people were not grasping her perspective and that she was being unfairly targeted. During private discussions, she expressed a strong desire to be genuine and share her honest thoughts. She discussed the possibility of starting her media company that would be bold, independent, and not controlled by platforms like Netflix. However, this idea seemed more like a fantasy than a concrete plan because there was no organization, team, or funding in place. These factors are important in the entertainment industry. At Netflix, the situation was still bad. The company chose not to attract more attention by staying quiet in public. However, behind the scenes, they were trying to control the damage. Some promotional materials involving Meghan were taken down without much notice. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.